Hey Candles, welcome to Candle Learnings. This is Akshay, your social science tutor. So today we'll be discussing some of the important questions in the chapter Manufacturing Industries. So let's check the first question. Describe the importance of manufacturing. The first point, the industries contribute to the modernization of agriculture. See here, it is talking about industries, particularly those related to manufacturing and technology. So how do they help agriculture? By introducing machineries and equipments such as tractors and harvesters, by introducing biotechnology and genetic engineering to develop high yielding crop varieties, producing fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, so the next point, it reduces people's reliance on agriculture. This is a simple point, right? How does it happen? By providing alternative employment opportunities and income sources. As manufacturing sectors develop, people have more opportunities to work in factories, warehouses, and other manufacturing related industries, which can provide higher wages and better working conditions than traditional agricultural jobs. Okay. Next one is, it brings foreign exchange. The manufacturing sector of a nation might create products that are high in demand abroad. Okay. So these products can be exported, bringing in money from outside that can be used to buy imports or increase foreign currency reserves. Fine. The last point, it expands trade and commerce. Here, this point is a fact. So we want to know how manufacturing expands trade and commerce. By increasing the production of goods and services, diversifying exports, and finally providing new employment opportunities. Okay. So next question, what is the importance of the information technology sector in the Indian economy? Explain. Let's go points by point. Provides employment for more than 1 million people. The demand for IT specialists is increasing across a wide range of businesses as a result of quick development of technology and growing reliance on digital systems. So this is why the IT sector can provide jobs for more than 1 million people. Now next one is aids in the growth of the service sector. See, when digital technologies and system advances, what happens is many service sectors such as banking, healthcare and transportation are becoming more reliant, more dependent on IT solutions to improve efficiency, productivity and customer experience. Okay, so the service sector is experiencing a positive transformation with the help of IT sectors. Okay, last point is helps in foreign exchange. See, when the demand for digital products and services increases on global level, the IT companies, they try to expand their reach into international markets and try to sell their products and services to customers in other countries. Understood? So this contributes to foreign exchange. Now, next question. Explain any 5 factors that are responsible for the industrial location. So the first point, availability of raw materials at low cost. Access to raw material is essential for industries. Okay, then only they can manufacture products. So if the raw materials available are at low cost, they not only reduce production cost but also helps industry to remain competitive in the market. Okay, next one, availability of power. After receiving the raw material, they need to process it. So to process them, they need a good power supply. So if the power supply is affected, it will have an impact on production. Understood? Okay. Next one, transportation facility. Industries require efficient transportation system to move their products to the market and receive raw materials from suppliers. By transportation system, I meant highways, railways, ports and airports. So when transportation facilities are easily accessible, transportation cost will be less. So the last point, availability of market. See, industries need to generate revenue, right? So how do they do that? By selling the finished product. Again, there are some factors which influence the availability of the market, such as population and consumer preferences. Okay, therefore, industries try to locate in areas where there is a significant market demand for their products. Next question, explain the ways through which the industrial pollution of fresh water can be reduced. So the first point is recycling and reuse. See, industries require large amount of water for various purposes, right? So, most industries discharge their wastewater into nearby water bodies, which can lead to pollution. So, recycling and reuse of water can help industries to reduce their freshwater consumption and discharge of wastewater. Okay. So, the next point, adopting rainwater harvesting. See, rainwater harvesting is a method of collection and storing rainwater for later use. So, if industries start to adopt rainwater harvesting, they can reduce their dependence on freshwater sources and reduce the pollution of these sources. Okay, next one, treating hot and polluted water before disposing. The wastewater released from industries can be hot, acidic, and contaminated with various chemicals and pollutants. So when we discharge such wastewater without treatment, it can lead to the pollution of freshwater sources. This treatment can include physical, chemical, and biological process at different phases. Okay, so after treatment, when industries release waste, it will be reduced. I mean, the pollution will be reduced. Okay, next one is making legal provisions. See, legal provisions can include environmental laws and regulations. So these laws and regulations will set some guidelines for treatment and disposal of industrial waste. If someone is trying to violate these guidelines, strict actions can be taken towards them. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Explain the proactive approach adopted by the NTPC for preserving the natural environment and resources. So the first point is adopting latest technology. If technology advances, it reduces pollution. How? By providing more efficient and cleaner ways to produce energy and also transport goods in a better way, right? Next point is minimizing waste generation by maximizing ash utilization. See, ash is a byproduct of various industrial processes such as coal, combustion, and can contain harmful pollutants. So by maximizing ash utilization, we can reduce the amount of ash that is disposed in landfills, and that will in turn reduce the risk of pollutions. Okay. Now the third point, establishing green belts. To promote ecological balance, NTPC has built green belts around its power facilities. See, green belts involves creating areas of vegetation and greenery around the power plants, which can help to absorb pollutants and improve air and water quality. Okay. Last point, ecological monitoring. See, this process involves regular surveys of plants and animals and ecosystems in and around power plants and other facilities. They use various tools and technologies to monitor ecological health. So what are the benefits of this? One simple benefit, they help to identify the impacts of human activities on the environment, including changes in biodiversity, habitat quality, water quality, and even air quality. Okay. So the next question, industrialization and urbanization go hand in hand. Validate the statement. We know that when industrialization takes place, it provides many job opportunities to people. As industries grow and expand, they require a larger workforce to meet their production demands. So what happens next? New job opportunities in urban areas will attract people from rural areas and other regions. So in short, migration happens. See, people need places to live and transportation facilities to go to work and other places. So due to this demand, the construction of new residential building and development of new roads, highways, and public transportation system will happen. So in short, we can say that housing and transportation facilities increase. So when housing and transport facilities increase, it can contribute to the overall development of an area or region. The standard of living will be improved. And finally, what happens? Development takes place. So I think it's time for us to conclude our session. See you guys in the upcoming session. Till then, take rest.